Well, I've always tried to read the Bible on my own and found it very difficult.
Our reading the Bible growing up was minimal at best. I grew up Catholic, and we had a Bible in the home. That was about it.
Before we started the story, we had a lot of new people who had no background at all in the Bible. They always got confused, they would get lost, they couldn't put it together. But the way the story tells the story makes it simple. Even for the novice, somebody who has never studied the Bible, they can get it.
I haven't read through the entire Bible, and part of the reason was because I couldn't get into it, and I am able to get into it with the story.
What the story has done for our family is it allows us to go in and look at the Bible and read the Bible and understand the Bible, as opposed to just reading it, which we've done in the past.
One of the greatest appeals for me as a pastor is that we could do this campaign as an entire church. It involves the children, the teenagers, adults. It involves Sunday mornings, small groups, all kinds of Bible studies.
You can sit down and you can talk to anybody that's going to church and listening to the program, because we're all doing the same thing.
This gives us an opportunity to, as a whole congregation, be able to honestly say, we've read the Bible. You know, we've gone through the entire Bible. And it's just, I think everybody's finding it very rewarding.
To be able to go and to be talking about the same thing in an age-appropriate way week after week, it allows children to go and ask really great faith questions and allow parents to have a better understanding, to feel like that they could answer those questions.
You know, we're all on the same lesson, we're all talking about the same concept, and so it gives us an opportunity to explore that further with our kids.
There's an upper story that God has going on, while at the same time this lower story that we're involved in is taking place. I think more people will understand that and come to grasp and see God interacting in their lives.
And the story has helped me see application that I didn't grasp before. I love the lower story and the upper story idea, and making those connections.
The tools and the materials that have come with this story have enabled us to really penetrate the whole congregation as we haven't before.
As a volunteer on the media team and being involved in kind of putting things together, it's just really neat the way it comes ready to go, and you've got so many options, and it's easy to work with, and yet you can supplement it with your own stuff.
For the first time in my life, I now have an understanding of what the Old Testament is all about.
Well, we've had unchurched people coming for the first time ever saying, I want to study the Bible.
No matter where you are in your walk with God, whether you've been reading the Bible every year for years, or you are a new believer and just picking up the Bible, you realize the richness of God's Word, and I think it's a powerful thing.
We've experienced growth ever since we started the campaign. The first week we started, we had a 40% bump in our Sunday morning attendance. That's level some, but my guess is we will end up with about a 20 or 25% growth in our Sunday attendance just because of the story.
I felt like we were relatively prepared well prepared actually for 2,500 in the launch, and they just blew out of there. We had to keep reordering and reordering, and it was contagious.
Our first book order was way too small, and so we had to double that. We've had to order books on a continuing basis because people are now buying them to give away to relatives, friends, send them out of state and things like that.
During the week, around the coffee shop, in the lobby of the church, people are talking about the story. What are you learning in the story this week? Even online chat rooms talking about the story. Everywhere you go, people are talking about the story.